And welcome to Old Trafford, a stadium buzzing with expectancy as Manchester United seek to get 1989 off on the right footing with, they hope, a winning performance against Liverpool, still the biggest test of all. However, United arrive in good heart, fresh from a home win and an impressive performance against Nottingham Forest. The side's the same one, no shortage of youngsters, but then of course that's a United tradition. Lee Martin at right back is 20, Lee Sharp at left back only 17. But the youngster now beginning to catch the eye at number 5 is 20-year-old Russell Beardsmore, now operating in the centre of midfield alongside Brian Robson. Up front, United again looking for goals from Mark Hughes, 9 in the last 13, but he's never scored a league goal against Liverpool. Paul McGrath, after a long knee injury, is one of United's subs. The bad news for Liverpool is that Ian Rush has still not recovered from a groin injury. Top scorer John Aldridge gets that striker's spot. David Burrows is their recent defensive signing from West Brom. Peter Beardsley, once allowed to go on a free transfer from Old Trafford. Jan Molby, one of the Liverpool subs. And the referee today, Ray Lewis of Great Bookham in Surrey. It's his first day as a referee on the FIFA international list. A great crowd looking forward to an afternoon that could be of some significance for United as Ray Lewis now prepares to get this First Division game underway. Liverpool in that silver blue strip of theirs, a change strip, attacking the goal to our left. Here's Robson for Manchester United, who've lost only one at home this season, remember, that against Norwich City. Strachan operating away on the right-hand side. Liverpool, having lost only one of the last 9, come brimful of confidence. That defeat, of course, an extraordinary night in the Littlewoods Cup at West Ham. Now they're on the move with Beardsley. Stopped that time by Donachie. Picked up now by Burrows. Houghton on the far side. McMahon, who could have a lot of work and a big influence in the midfield for Liverpool this afternoon. Houghton again. Now Beardsley. His incentive is enormous to do well at Old Trafford, where he was allowed to go on that free transfer, but in goes Robson. Finding Lee Martin. Forward towards Hughes, very closely watched by Nicol, who disputes the award of that free kick. But a moment here now for Manchester United. Strachan's behind it, McClare, number 9's behind it. And the crowd are behind United as well. Robson close at hand, wanting the ball back 10 yards, as does the referee. Strachan shot, too high. Donachie caught a little off balance. Beardsley getting support from Houghton, but the ball out of play. United thought it was their throw. Linesman and referee say the throw goes to Liverpool. Taken by Burrows, the number 6. And the shot too high from Whelan. Both defences naturally with great respect for the opposing forward lines, and it's a little bit cautious at the moment. Milne now getting past Houghton. Knocking in a good cross. It was Staunton who got it away, not very far. Strachan shot charged down. Ablett there at the back for Liverpool. And United get a throw. Little Strachan with it. Martin onto the left foot. Trying to reach Hughes with it. Dangerous in this sort of circumstance. But it's McMahon getting into trouble. And a brilliant save by Hooper. Really all of Liverpool's making. And McClare getting in a shot, helped there by Robson, and an astounding piece of goalkeeping. Beardsmore. You just saw a shot of Strachan there. He's clearly in a lot of trouble. Barnes, though, moving very freely. But then allowed too much of it to be shown to Martin. And it's a throw, but before that can be taken, yes, hobbling out of the picture is Gordon Strachan. And on comes Mark Robins, just 19 years old, a striker for Manchester United, having a prolific season in the reserve. Sad sight that, though, to see Strachan going off. It looks as though it may be a calf muscle injury. Barnes, cleared by Bruce. Here's Hughes, and he and Robbins not on the same wavelength there. Robson touching it through. Now Robbins gets the ball for McClare, and Robbins again. A chance for United, and he hadn't quite got the finishing touch. But a movement that was full of promise there for Manchester United. Opened up in the first place by McClare, and little Mark Robins didn't quite have maybe the determination and the experience to shake off that Liverpool defence and get a worthwhile shot in. Brian Robson. Played again for Lee Sharp. Robson again. Now McClare, dinked forward by him towards Robbins. United in a bit of trouble here, and it was Hughes with one of those characteristic volleys of his, that time falling straight into the arms of Mike Hooper. McMahon looked for a moment to be running into trouble, and again United almost in a position to exploit some muddled thinking in that Liverpool defence. Now Bruce, losing out to Houghton, played in by him to Beardsley. Can this be danger? It could well be. No, well saved though. I think it was McClare right back there of all people, who've been setting up some good moves up front for Manchester United, and now their saviour back in their 6-yard area, to be taken by Ray Houghton for Liverpool. Short to Barnes. Houghton to Staunton. McMahon now spreading it wide to the far side. Whelan's out there. Beardsley, Whelan. But again United break it up with Ralph Milne. Didn't really play that firmly enough to get it through to Hughes, but look at the work of Robson. And suddenly McClare now down the right for Manchester United, played inside. And Ablett there for Liverpool. Coming right to half-time, and a promising looking break there by Manchester United. Inspired in the first place by the tenacity of Robson in defence. And McClare taking the challenge up well. Here's United's corner. Bruce up there on the far side. And there's the half-time whistle. And United will not be displeased. 0-0 it is. But the better chances, such as they've been, have fallen to Manchester United. One great save by Hooper from McClare. But at half-time then at Old Trafford, Manchester United 0, Liverpool 0. So United then preparing to get the second half underway. Mark Robins, the substitute, on for the injured Gordon Strachan. United then attacking the goal to our left. With Staunton to take the throw for Liverpool. Barnes gets up. Aldridge, fairly muted performance there by Aldridge so far this afternoon. In goes Robson very quickly. Milne trying to play it forward, succeeds at the second attempt. Nicol cutting it out though for Liverpool. Beardsley. And Lee Martin getting it away, left foot to Hughes for Manchester United. Shoves into McMahon, and yet the free kick is given United's way. And Brian Robson waiting to take it. Feel the game just needs a spark really to get it going now. McClare playing it forward to Hughes. Beardsmore now down that right flank with Strachan off the field. Gets it to McClare! A terrific shot there, superbly saved by Mike Hooper. In fact, you really had to look twice at that to feel that it wasn't Mark Hughes. So good was the volley. And indeed the cross from Russell Beardsmore as well. An excellent cross, a superb volley, and a fine piece of goalkeeping. Here's the corner. Robson didn't reach it. And maybe that's just the spark we wanted really to get this game going. Beardsmore again. There's his cross. Robson knocking it down. Hughes for once failing on the volley. That's certainly a stirring opening to the second half for Manchester United. Staunton. Whelan. Beardsley. Out to Barnes as Liverpool come forward again. Taking on Martin, looking to get to the byline, but Martin stuck with him well. Liverpool's firepower of late has been blunted. Only once in their last 10 games have they managed more than a single goal. And that's so unlike them, and they're being well and at the moment fairly comfortably held by this Manchester United defence at Old Trafford today. Donachie ducking in to get that one away to Brian McClare. Beardsmore's wide of him. A great surging run there by McClare. Taken up by Hughes now for Manchester United. Robbins just inside him. It falls to Robbins. Hughes with the shot just wide of the Liverpool goal. Crowd here today, 44,745. Manchester United's second largest gate of the season. The shot by Houghton, well taken by Leighton. Ablett. Beardsley versus Bruce, and Beardsley gets the better of this one. This could be a problem for United, but Aldridge couldn't make it at the end. Some very good defending there by Donachie and by Leighton. McMahon playing it in. Oh, was it a penalty? No, the referee had a good look at it and turned away to the anguish of Aldridge and of Liverpool. That really must have been touch and go. A hairline decision there by referee Ray Lewis. And Liverpool might well feel a little aggrieved that Aldridge didn't get a penalty there. Robson. Beardsmore. And Ablett away. Wasn't the best of passes there by Russell Beardsmore, to be honest. But every time he gets the ball, you can't fail to notice just how comfortable he is with it at his feet. In no way seems to be embarrassed by it, whatever the occasion. And they don't come much bigger than this in the First Division. Hughes. Oh, he's hit the post! Robbins! And a brilliant save there by Hooper. And United desperately close to getting that vital opening goal. After Hughes, who hadn't hit it firmly, to be fair, smacked the post. And Robbins, following in, found his excellent shot superbly saved by Hooper. And cut out quite easily there. Not the best of passes by Paul McGrath. Here's Liverpool in possession. McMahon getting it through to Beardsley. Barnes making good strides down that left flank. It comes to John Barnes now for Liverpool. And it's a goal for Liverpool. Well, Beardsley at the moment may not be able to score them, but a supreme provider there for that ace marksman, John Barnes. The final pass was a beauty, and the finishing could not have been more clinical. And Liverpool, with 70 minutes gone, are in the lead. A blow for United, who've had more of the game. And just how will they respond to that? So often in the past we've seen how Liverpool, late-ish in the game, get a lead and stifle the life out of their opponents. And no doubt they'll seek to do that again. They're so hard to beat at the best of times that when they're up near the end, then it's really difficult. Let's see how United respond. Here's Hughes. Beardsmore away on the far side. Donachie taking it up. Now Russell Beardsmore. Looking to get his cross in. Towards McClare! A marvellous volley! And it's 1-1. A fantastic goal there by Brian McClare. And what a response then from Manchester United. 2 goals in 2 minutes has really got this game going now. Well, we'd seen earlier in the game his volleying potential. And I said then that it was so reminiscent of Mark Hughes. Hughes himself would have been proud of a volley like that. McMahon. The battle really swaying from one end to the other now as Beardsley takes it up. Tries to set McMahon up this time. Beardsmore's got back but not far enough. Good work there by Leighton. Beardsmore. Crowd are really enjoying this one. Nicol in a bit of trouble there. It comes off Hughes. He scores! 2-1 to United. Mark Hughes, the scorer. The first time he's ever scored a league goal against Liverpool. And the Stretford end would tell you he couldn't have chosen a better moment. Again, a bit of muddle in that Liverpool defence. Of all people, Steve Nicol, charged down by Mark Hughes. And what a finish off the elbow of Mike Hooper. Now let's see how Liverpool can respond. It's an old saying in football that they're never more dangerous than when they're cornered. Well, they're well and truly cornered at Old Trafford this afternoon. Here comes Burrows. But Beardsley didn't read that properly. A delightful little touch by Robson. And here come United again, but Ablett touching it down for Nicol. Robson picking up the loose ball, trying to get it moving again towards Mark Hughes. 2 watching him, but he gets support now from Milne. Played inside this time for Sharp. Can he get to the byline and get his cross in? Flicked across. Oh my goodness, it's Beardsmore! It's free! An astonishing comeback by Manchester United. Just 7 minutes ago they were a goal down to Liverpool, and now astonishingly 3-1 up. Lee Sharp's part was important. The cross came in, and Beardsmore, who's had a wonderful game, put it wide of Hooper into the net. And while we're waiting for the kick-off, Jan Molby comes on as the Liverpool substitute. But the cries are all for Manchester United at the moment. Milne taking it up as they look to make it 4. 4 goals in a matter of 7 minutes here at Old Trafford. As the United management on the bench just count off the last few seconds of what will be a glorious victory for United. It's always a barnstorming game when they play Liverpool. And this goes down in the records as one of the best. McClare, Hughes and Beardsmore the scorers after Barnes had put Liverpool ahead. Manchester United 3, Liverpool 1.